guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about the functional crawl pattern. So it's an exercise that is good for your core, but primarily it is designed as a hip mobility exercise or series of exercises. So you're getting, on one side you're getting hip flexion, so you're getting a stretch through the glute complex, and on the other side you're getting hip extension, so you're getting a stretch through the hip flexors at the front. It also encourages core engagement and good shoulder stability. Now, before you can do this exercise, you've got to have good shoulder stability, good core strength. Okay, you need to basically be able to hold a full plank position, probably for at least a minute. Okay, so the full plank looks like this. So on your hands level with your chest or your shoulders, the shoulder blades drawn down towards your back pockets. A little bit of tension in the glutes and the tailbone slightly tucked, and the core is engaged. The deep core muscles are engaged. So you're looking at your TVA and your pelvic floor here. And then you want a neutral neck position, so length through the back of the neck and the chin slightly tucked in. So we're maintaining a neutral spine position here. You shouldn't be feeling any kind of tension or compression through the lower back. Okay, so this is your plank, and you should be able to hold this probably for a good minute before you can move on to doing the functional crawl. So I'm going to show you a few different progressions for the functional crawl. Starting off with the basic version. So from this position, you step 1 foot forward, pushing the hips down towards the floor, maintaining length through the neck and the spine, lifting the chest. So you're getting a little bit of thoracic extension here as well. So here you're feeling a stretch through the back of the hip, and here you're getting a stretch through the front of the hip. Okay, and then you step back to your neutral plank and then alternate. Now, don't worry if you can't get your feet level with your hands. You should at least be able to get your knees to your elbows. Okay, and then just work on increasing that range of motion, ideally getting the feet as far forward as possible to get more of a stretch through that glute complex. Okay, so that's the basic version of the functional crawl. We can add an extra movement to that. So we can go into downward dog. So that's a hip hinge. So you're pushing back, keeping that neutral spine still, pushing your chest down between your shoulders to get a little bit of extension through the mid-spine there. Hinging the hips, driving the tailbone up, and pressing down through your heels, so you're getting a stretch through your plantar flexors at the back of your lower limbs, and a little bit of a stretch through your hamstrings as well. And then from here, you step forward into your functional crawl. So it's downward dog with the hip hinge, and then functional crawl. Okay. There's a second variation of this called reverse crawl, which places more emphasis on the lateral aspects of the glutes, so your external rotators, glute minor medius and your piriformis. Same position to start with, but this time you bring the knee under you and across, so you're getting external rotation through this hip here. You really feel a good stretch through here. Ideally in this position, you should be able to aim to get your sit bone to the floor on this side. I can't quite get there yet, but you will get there eventually. And then you just alternate. Okay, and then there's a third version, which is the functional crawl with rotation, and that looks a little bit like this. So you start off in the plank position, neutral neck, shoulder blades engaged, step 1 foot forward, keep the opposite hand down, and then rotate. So you're getting a stretch again through the glutes, and now a rotation through the mid-spine, and then you do the same on the other side. And of course, you can always add downward dog and then step into your rotation. Okay, so that is your functional crawl patterns and variations.